Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome to Young Hustlers,
GC&JG.
the best show for the sales professional. If you
Sales, business, entrepreneurs, people that are out looking to grow their income.
but you're not going to have an entrepreneur or a business without the top line,
That's right.
the sales line.
Can't get away from it.
And that's what makes us different and exceptional and why you're connecting with us today, because we want to, at this show, show you on the show.
Got to show you.
Show off
Show under.
your top line, okay, your sales line. So this show is dedicated to all professional salespeople. If you consider yourself a professional salesperson or consider yourself someone committed to growing your revenue, please post in comments, I need to know you're here.
And look, so sales can be a thing that a lot of people have some strong reactions for, but like you can't escape
Both
it.
ways, right?
Yeah. Like people that are all in, like sales is the key.
Dude, it's everything.
And then you have people that say sales
I hate it, I
is
hate
the
it.
enemy. Sales is evil. Sales is like they despise it and they do everything they can to stay away from it.
They do videos on it, how I'm
Yeah.
not a salesman and I
Yeah.
hate being a salesman and I would never sell anything to anyone.
Sleazy, pushy salespeople.
Yeah, I got to tell you something, folks. For 30 years now, I've been giving the sales thing a positive spin. I've been suggesting to people for 30 years, have a business card with sales representative on it. Quit changing it to agent and professional,
Consultant.
to consultant and all these other names. Man, just call a spade a spade. And I have a lot of people that 30 years ago, including some of the best people in the e-commerce space,
Yep.
in social media, that are coming full circle now saying, whoa, maybe OGC was right. As I celebrate my birthday. So today, what we want to do today is we're going to share with you some secrets. The secrets behind becoming a great salesperson. This should be our opening. The secrets behind becoming a great salesperson. I'm going to give them to you in just 5 little pieces.
You want to start with number one?
Yeah. You got to commit.
Number one.
Dude, to anything.
Nothing starts without commitment.
You have to commit, not to being a salesperson, not to being a quota, not to being a sales manager. You got to commit to greatness. You know, I remember every time I say the word greatness, I think about
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest.
I am the greatest.
Now, a lot of you out there, a lot of you say you are the greatest, but you're not getting into the ring. You're not taking a punch. You're not training. You're not practicing. Ali said this before he got in the ring.
Yeah.
After he got out of the ring, practicing, training, drilling, working at it, then said, I am the greatest, only to get back in the ring and punch again.
Yeah.
So you have to make a commitment. At 25 years old, I made a commitment to quit hating on the sales game. And I made a decision not to love the sales game. I made a decision at 25 years old, I'm going to get great at this game.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about being the greatest in the world. I was talking, I'm going to command an understanding of this technology, this science.
Yeah, and really going from, I mean, at that point you had immediate needs you were trying to solve, right?
Money.
You were trying to solve an immediate
self-respect.
money problem,
Yeah.
right? And so you looked at sales as a vehicle to do it. Now, for a lot of you, like the first thing that Grant tried to do was he tried to go from $3,000 a month to $4,000. A lot of people get hung up when they start moving in. They're like, hey, sales is the key because I want to make 500 grand a year or $1 million a year. They get hung up going like, how do I go from 5 grand a month to 100 grand a month? Like you can't go to 100 grand without getting through 6. Like you got to
5,
make
10, 20,
you got to
right?
make something. You have to do something to advance in an increment. And so for a lot of people, like you have to understand for sales, like it's a game of constant improvements. It's constantly getting better. You know,
Starting with the fundamentals.
yeah, and
Right.
Joni posted in the comments on the Facebook group, share the stream, like the post, like the stream, get it out there because this is going to be a really impactful show. Jonine, I think is her name, Joni, yeah. Started to cold call because of Grant, and it worked.
Yeah.
You know, all she did, she started making calls.
So
it
look,
worked.
this is what you got to do today. First thing, if you want, I'm going to give you 5 things, okay? This is what I did. This is what will work for you. This is what we have done for hundreds of thousands of people at Cardone University. Cardone University was built to basically give you the exact strategy that I used to go from being black sheep, deadbeat. Yeah, please bring that in. Punk, not respected in my community, not even respected by my family, to becoming a sales professional. I did not have to go back to college and get a degree, okay, to become a salesperson, but I did have to make a commitment to becoming a professional. Number one, you got to make a commitment. Two, you must work on the fundamentals. This has nothing to do with how long you've been doing this, by the way. I've been doing it 30 years. I have to keep working on the fundamentals. Cardone University is not something you finish. Being a sales professional is not something you complete because things are changing so fast with e-commerce.
And your perspective changes.
Yeah.
Like as I move through, even today, going through the content that I've been consuming for 10 years now, the material's the same. But what happens is I change.
Yeah.
My perspective changes. The way I look at things changes. And so you receive the information in a different way. And so just like somebody reads the Bible over and over and over again, or you go down to the gym and you use those weights, the weights
I'm
don't
doing
change.
the same reps, man.
Same weight.
With a different muscle, though.
Same weights every single time. So it's the commitment leads into the fundamentals, which means, dude, you've got to come back and you've got to block and tackle. You've got to practice the agreement drill. You've got to understand how to build and grow your conviction and belief in what you do. Like these simple things that make all the difference in the world when you're building your base as a salesperson.
What is a fundamental? What is the fundamentals? How are you changing? How is the business changing? How is your industry changing? How is competition around you changing? And when those things change, step two, the fundamentals will change. So even if you've been a professional salesperson for 40 years, the fundamentals are the fundamentals. You don't get away from the fundamentals, okay? Three, and by the way, every time I'm practicing my fundamental, I'm also recommitting to my commitment. Number three, strategies. The strategies for me now, 30 some odd years I've been in business for myself, the strategies are shifting and changing. We were not talking about e-commerce, ClickFunnels, conversions. I wasn't doing any of that, and we'll continue to change. So your strategies have to change. Cardone University, by the way, if you've not been in the platform, over 100 people signed up yesterday for Cardone University, just yesterday. 10,000 people signed up in January. So in that, you're looking for strategies in the close, strategies in follow-up, strategies in incoming
cold calls. How to even, strategies simply on how to present your offer. Strategies on how to use different pieces or products or pieces of inventory within your product set to actually help you negotiate. Questioning strategies. Like there's all these
marketing strategies.
There's all these different elements that go into it, and that's why people, for example, like people that are in Cardone University, they're like, how much should I do? Should I do like 2 or 3 hours of training a day and get through all this? I'm like, no. You gotta understand, like, one page, one piece of content. Take that, figure out how that applies or plugs into what you're doing that day, and you got to keep coming back to this
Practice
stuff.
that, which is step 4. Start practicing on who, not on customers first. Practice on Johnny. Grab Johnny. Grab Kayla. Grab somebody that works with you and say, dude, I'm working on this agreement drill right now. Okay, it's a basic fundamental. It works in the greeting. It works in the qualification. It works on the phone. It works on outbound. It works on emails. It works with friends and family. Okay, the first thing you want to do is go into an agreement. Dude, I totally get it. I understand. I know exactly what you're saying. I've been in exactly the same place.
It's really funny because you're talking about agreement right now. I was watching Squawk this morning, and they had this guy, and he was talking about, he did all this scientific research, and he was talking about how political candidates will never be able to get widespread adoption anymore because they've gotten so polarized with their views, and they don't. What it all boiled down to was they don't simply agree and acknowledge. That I watched it and I was like, this guy did all this scientific research just to come up with the fact that he didn't agree and empathize. Like that's it.
Because in politics, they're just trying to get their own party to agree. They're not trying to win over. In sales, you're trying to win over someone. You're trying to take someone from AT&T to T-Mobile. You're trying to take somebody from Toyota to BMW. You're trying to steal a Republican and make them a Democrat. In politics, they're not trying to do that anymore. They're just trying to get the Democrats to vote. Okay, they're just trying to get one side to hate the other side enough to leave their home. So that's not what you're doing. So commitment, fundamentals, we'll take a phone call. Strategies, what are your strategies? How do you practice these things? And then how do you take them to where you can bend the volleyball into the net?
Bend it.
Bend it, where you can bend it, where you can do the things that a Kobe does, okay, or LeBron does,
And
or
so when
Tom Brady does.
When you
magic.
say that, like, what do you mean by that?
Dude, magic. It's where you now know where the puck is going. Okay, you're skating to the objection. You're actually creating. We talk about it in Cardone University.
Yeah.
Prediction. I can predict. When I'm on a deal, the deal's $100 million. I mean, this is what people don't understand. The deals I'm doing today is because I committed to becoming a professional salesperson when I was 25 years old. Every day I practice. Every single day I spend an hour in the morning and an hour at night. Okay, I had all these big bulky tapes and I watched them over and over, and then I spent another hour role playing with a person. I did an hour in the morning, an hour at night, and spent an hour role playing. 3 hours a day for almost 5 years. Just do the math. Thousands of hours to become like, oh, dude, I know what he's going to say. Hey, she's not going to show up today. I know she's not going to show up at 2:15. By the way, I knew that at noon. I didn't know it at 2:18 in the afternoon. I didn't wait for an hour and become disappointed. What happens to the salesperson who is disappointed? All their production goes down. I wasn't disappointed. I knew it was going to happen. And that is the difference. And you got to know how to do that in the meeting, the qualification, on the incoming call, the outbound call, the close, the objection handling, the follow-up.
Yeah, when you move into this level that he's talking about, like, you really are moves ahead of the game. And it's like, imagine if you could get in a position and say, like, think about this. If you knew that the numbers that were going to be pulled from the lottery, the big Powerball tomorrow night, like, would you go buy a ticket? Hell yeah, you would. See, sales is something that can be predicted. There's only a finite amount of ways that a deal can go. Would you agree? I mean, there's five or six different directions a deal could go.
But it looks like 5 million to most people.
For sure.
It looks like an endless number. If it looks like an endless number to you, look, you're not even in the game right now, okay? It should be down to like, okay, there could be 15, 12 or 15. And then when you become a professional, dude, there's only 4 or 5 outcomes.
Yeah.
And you'll know each one of the 4 routes, okay? And he takes any of them, you're like, you're good. You're checkmate.
Yeah.
It's like move anywhere you want on the board, dude. King down, let's roll, close deal, let's go home to mama. Okay. That is what a sales professional does. And for those of you who are like maybe you're sagging out, okay? You're sagging out. Your stats aren't doing this anymore. You're sagging out because you got to go back and recommit. How do you do that? You need to practice. You need to go to an event, go to a conference. Come to our boot camp for 3 days. I'll guarantee you, everybody that comes to our boot camp leaves on Cardone University that following Monday. They're like, everybody's on Cardone U right now, okay? That way everybody can practice, they're recommitted. Okay, let's talk to our callers. By the way, real quick shout out on YouTube every day, for those that have subscribed and comment in the show on YouTube. If your circle drains you, it's not a circle you're in, it's a cage.
Wow.
This is from our friend Margarita Camille Sperduto, and she won $100. Every day I give 100 away. Every day I give 100 away.
Man, I like that.
And she is subscribed to our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and comment. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you comment every day. We really, really appreciate your comments, and we see them. Jared's going to shout out some people here in a second.
We've got Dean and Callie.
Dean, hey, Dean, let me ask you. Are you in sales, first of all?
Yes, I am.
And do you consider yourself committed?
Well, I guess I would consider myself committed if I was maybe a little bit more well off. But, I guess the fact that I'm not, a millionaire, it's hard to really say whether I'm fully committed or not.
You're wrong. Let me just help you out on this because you're wrong.
Agree with him first.
Let me just tell you why you're wrong. Because commitment is a decision you make that gets you where you want to go.
Yeah.
Like, you can be committed right now. I don't want you to beat yourself up. Like, that's why I jumped in like that. Dude, all you have to do is make the commitment to change and make the commitment to get great, and then all that other stuff will come.
Yeah.
Sorry
So
about
at
that.
some point, like when it's like, all right, when you feel like you haven't actually made it, or you say, oh, I'm committed.
Hey, easier to commit right now than it will be when you're a millionaire.
That's right. So is it almost like, that would be almost a self-perpetuating thing then, that maybe you'd be imagining what it's like at first, and then you'd be kind of trying to have it be the actual thing?
Yeah. I think that, look, you got to commit, bro. Okay, every person that ever made it committed before they made it. Like, I don't know if they saw it or didn't see it, but they committed. I know that for sure. I don't know. Barbara Streisand says she saw everything that was going to happen to her before it happened. She committed, man. She committed to being famous. She committed to being a great singer. She committed, and then she did the work. There's nobody making it that's not doing the work and not committing. Now, whether they see, I didn't see the success that I'm having today. I did not see at least 50% of it in my head. I didn't see the plane. Okay, now I'm wondering, wow, what else haven't I seen? But I saw that I wanted to do better. Okay, I didn't see that I would be a millionaire one day, but I saw that I wanted to do better, that I couldn't keep living the way I was. So one of the things I did, commitment can come in two forms. I want to go here, or I cannot. I'm committed to not staying here.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, I cannot stand being where I'm at, and you got to recommit to that every day. And how do you commit? Time and money. It's got to be time and money. Every commitment, everybody listening, this is right in Cardone University. I talk about it constantly in Cardone University. Commitments do not come without time and money. If there's no time and no money invested in a commitment, there is no commitment. And so for you, I would say, when's the last time you practiced the meet and greet, or an incoming call, or an outbound call?
Oh, I haven't even been dialing as much. I've been developing this cold call calculator that I've been reaching out to you for.
Yeah, so dude, how many people out there are developing an app, developing a cold call calculator, trying to get in front of somebody, but you guys put the cart in front of the horse because you don't even know how to call me and get a call except on this show today. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend your 6 minutes railing on you, beating you up, hammering you, and you don't get a chance to pitch your deal. Right? Because here's the deal, bro. I don't want to sell your cold call calculator. I want you to sell it. Right? I want you to sell it. If you want to do a partnership with me or business with me, I don't want to do your job. I want you to do your job and put my name on it. I don't want to do business. I had a guy ask me for a loan for $200,000 yesterday. Okay? No problem. Hey, I'm open to lending somebody money. But not after he spent 2 paragraphs telling me he's never paid anybody back.
Yeah.
He bankrupt with the bank. He let his family down, and then he's like, "Can I borrow $200?" That would be not a return response. I didn't even respond to him. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So, bro, you gotta come to me and say, Grant, I got my cold call calculator. I'm making 100 calls a day. I close 30 of them every day. If we could scale this, put your name on, we could split it, we could da-da-da. That's what I want to hear from you, dude. You guys got to learn how to sell. Go to Shark Tank. Thank you. Go on Shark Tank. Guarantee you they are going to ask you, what's your revenue, dog?
Matt Inzer.
How many you sold?
Matt Inzer on Facebook says, shout out Uncle G. My income skyrocketed off jumping on Cardone U. Thanks for that, Matt. Congratulations. Steve Lemmer, looks like he's in Australia. You guys literally give the best info on this planet. Question, I'm about to start training on Cardone U here in Australia. Obviously, there's so much info. What is the best approach to start Cardone U? Is there a place I should start? Dude, start at the beginning, man. Course 1, inside it says selling basics. That is where you want to start. The basics, the fundamentals. This is after you commit, you've got to commit to the fundamentals.
It's laid out in the order that you should be watching it. Okay, number 1, number 2. Let me just say to you that every person asks, where should I start? Really, your question is, when do I finish? You don't finish. You're not going to finish, man. Okay, LeBron will go do layups today.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see him in the LA. Lakers Stadium, and he's going to be doing layups. I'm like, why is he doing layups? Why do all of them do layups?
Stretching.
Exactly. So, like, even stretching, it's got nothing to do with a ball. He's got to take care of his body and get his body fundamentals, the basics. He's got to get his head in the game. So we're all dealing with the same problems, folks. Okay, we're on planet Earth. And I got to get my head in the game. I got to recommit every day. I got to practice the fundamentals. I got to work on my strategies. I need to then practice those strategies so that I can predict the future, close deals, follow up, and know exactly what to do and grow my business, scale my business, which is what Jared said. Hey, once you do all this, then it's like, let's go to 10X land.
Yeah.
Let's go take massive actions and start scaling it out. CardoneU.com. By the way, we're doing a special thing for our Cardone U. I like this idea.
I love the idea.
Okay, we're doing a special edition. I don't have it with me right now. Maybe we can insert it into the show afterwards, Johnny. We're doing a special edition T-shirt for all Cardone U members.
Yeah.
and a little package that we send out to our members, because we want you guys, whether you're in Singapore or Cincinnati, we want you walking the planet, committed to your Cardone University, showing us that you're 10X and that you're committed to 10X.
Amaris Brown, Alex Sanchez, Jeff Marston, Trent Chupp. Thank you guys for all your comments here. Young Hustlers is the reason I've been so successful in my young career. I remember finding you guys back in 2014.
Chris Invest says, commission is the easiest and most effective way to increase your income. He must have watched my webinar the other night, how to create multiple flows of income. The two easiest ways to increase your income right now is not to get another job. It is not to moonlight.
Yep.
It is not to go get another skill. It's not to go shoot photos or rob a bank on the weekend. It is simply to collect a commission where you work. Go to your boss and say, dude, if I move a product that you have, I'm not in sales, but I move a product that you have, and or I bring in somebody that would do some business with us, would you pay me a como or commission? Okay, next call.
Yeah, Kevin in Minnesota.
Kevin, what's up?
Hey, Grant. I just wanted to say that, first of all, literally, you're like my idol. First, like I serve God first, but then like you're like right up there, you know, with God, you know. Like,
Right hand man. I'm his right hand, dog. I guarantee you, when you get up there, don't be surprised to see me sitting right there and say, "What's up, dog?" What you going to walk in on and be like, "Quit staring at him, man. He's got a no stare policy." You talk to me, I'll talk to him.
Okay. No, so I just want to. I've been watching a lot of your videos, and I was really committed. I saw your real estate stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Then I saw like all your other videos, and I got into Cardone U, and I literally go off on my breaks and just watch it. You know, yeah, it's a lot of. I just try to stay committed, you know, because I want to be like that salesperson.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in a restaurant called Raising Cane's. I'm about to be manager. We don't really like. It's not really like a sales thing where like I sell a product, you know,
Yeah.
just checking people to put in an order. So like, what would you recommend for me to do?
Dude, it is a
get more
sales
money?
game. It is a sales game. You need to move somebody like enthusiastic in front of the sign that says, "Please wait to be seated." Don't slow people down, speed people up, get them enthusiastic, okay? So while people are outside waiting, hey, in addition to a drink, can I go ahead and put your dessert order in? We're going to get you hooked up, okay? Mr. Johnson, yeah, I see you on the list. Let me see what I can do about getting you one of our best tables.
Best in the house.
Okay? Heard about you, okay? You guys ought to be bombing these people on social media, finding out who Jill Johnson is. Oh, Mr. Jack Johnson, okay, Mr. Jack Johnson. Go check him out on Instagram, man. Okay, you got a guy coming in with 200,000 followers and y'all don't even give him a good seat or no attention. You're in a sales game, and when people feel good, they spend good. I'm coming back here, shit. I'm coming back here. The food is only as good as the experience, man.
That's
I've
right.
been to places where the food was delicious and the service sucked and I've never been back before. I've been to places where the service was horrible, man, horrible. The waiter was horrible. The wine was $2,000 a bottle and it didn't taste good. Right? I've been to other places where the service is ridiculous. The company around me is great, and we got a $12 bottle of wine, and it's freaking incredible.
Yeah.
Because of the experience, right? So money can't buy you everything, man, but a good experience, people will spend their money. So you are in a sales game, bro. How long they stay, they spend more in a restaurant. Okay? How much they order, they spend more. Why would I wait and order dessert when I'm full?
Right.
Okay? Okay, so oh, no, I don't want anything to drink. How about one on us? You got 4 people sitting there, man, waiting, sitting on a bench waiting. Can I get you something to drink? Rather than saying the bar's over there, you got to wait. It's wrong, man, the way y'all handle people. So I'm like, okay, Jared's got 3 people with him. How about a drink? Can I get a drink for everybody? And they're like, no, we're good. How about one on me? I know you don't want to drink. How about one on me? All right, I'll have one, man. Give me a Makers. Boom, I hit him with a Makers and the other 3 people order. So what, man? I spent $8 to make 24. It's a sales game, baby. People get a little loopy. Why you think you got a liquor license, but you ain't got a sales license? You got a liquor license, but you don't know how to sell it. Okay, you got the best chef in New Orleans back there cooking banana pudding, man, but you can't even get anybody to put the pudding in front of them.
Ooh.
Everybody watching this right now, post this below. Just comment below. How many times have you said, I don't need a dessert, and the next thing you know, you got 4 of them in front of you?
Hashtag banana pudding.
Yeah, because that's my favorite. My kids
Give me
make
the pudding.
I got some pudding for you.
Give me that pudding. Vanilla wafers.
Dude, banana pudding's my favorite, dude.
Oh, it's so good, dude. With
My
chunks,
kids-
chunks of bananas and
But
vanilla wafers in
my
it.
kids made one for me this morning. It was terrible. I told them too. I said, guys, I got to tell you, this is awful. This is the worst banana pudding I ever had. Y'all got to do this again. Let's get it right, okay? All right. Is that Kevin? Was that Kevin?
Yeah, it was kind of
Okay, Kevin, thanks for calling, bro. Hey, get in the sales game, baby. Make a commitment to not being in the restaurant business, but the sales business. Grow the revenue. Reinvest that revenue, by the way. Reinvest that revenue in making the experience better.
Yeah, we got Josh in Canada.
Josh, what's up?
Josh.
They don't even have salespeople in Canada.
Hey, legend. How we doing?
What's up, dog?
Hey, man. So happy birthday, G. And,
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
Jared,
you, man.
Awesome following your stuff. I've got a question here, but also a quick little shout out for one of my reps. I do door-to-door sales in Vancouver, Canada, and one of my team members went to 10X Growthon. She's on GCU, and she bought her parents tickets, flights, and accommodation to the 10X bootcamp. So she'll be seeing you guys towards the end of the month. Totally committed to this girl, so huge props to her.
Yeah, what's her name? What's her name? I want to keep an eye out for her when she comes in next week.
Yeah, her name is Misun Jung, so Jung.
Oh, awesome. I can't. She's coming in.
Misha Jung?
Misun, M-I-S-N.
Oh, M-I-S-O-N. Misan.
Okay, great. I can't wait to see her. He's talking about our boot camp. We do 2 boot camps a year. The next one is next Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And so if you guys want to come spend 3 days with me, taking a moment to look at, hey, what are we doing for marketing?
Yeah, this is really how we dig deeper in, and we really this is the perfect accompaniment to Cardone U, this boot camp, because it takes Cardone U, we talk about the material in a little bit different way, give it some different life, and you get to spend 3 days with a bunch of business owners who are all experiencing the same problems that you're having.
Yeah, so Josh, you're doing door to door. Kevin that just called in is in a restaurant business. What we do is we take an exclusive group of business owners, entrepreneurs, people that are committed to growing their revenue, and then we start tweaking their business and saying, no, this needs to be here. But rather than me spending 3 or 4 minutes with you on a phone call, I get to spend 3 days with you. Okay, go ahead. What's your question, man?
Sweet. Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could say hi to her when she's there. That'd be great.
Yeah, I will.
So my question is, so I lead a team, and I've got a younger demographic, and we're talking about, so they're like, fresh out of uni, or maybe they didn't go to school, and they're about 19, 20. Some of them come in fully committed. They're expecting the rejection. They're expecting the hard yards, and they'll jump on Cardone University and really start to see improvements. And I'm just having a bit of a struggle with getting the others on board. Some of them, because I'm not looking over their shoulder all day. They're out there knocking doors in the sunshine, and then they're just like, oh, well, stuff it. I'm going to go sit in Starbucks for the afternoon and not do anything. How do you maintain that energy that we have in a sales meeting and get them going along, for the 6-7 hours they're out there facing that rejection when they first come on board?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really, really good question, and actually probably one of the most common questions that we used to get to our company. Because when we were doing seminars, we'd go in, we'd spend a bunch of time with people, training them, getting them inspired, motivated, strategies, tactics, and then we'd leave. And then they'd call us back a couple weeks later, they'd be like, man, that was so great, can you guys come back again? We really need something to keep this going. And so that's why Grant created Cardone U, because he can't be everywhere all the time, and neither can you. You can't be the one motivating your people all the time. So Cardone U was designed to be used on a phone, so that when you knock a door and you get the door slammed in your face, you go right to 100 ways to stay motivated, and Grant's going to give you an idea on how you can stay more motivated. Next door, you get handled an objection. You get an objection you can't handle. You go back into Cardone U and you find out 15-second video. How do I handle? I'm not interested. So you solve that disengagement by giving them tools and giving them solutions all day throughout the day.
And then role playing that. What we do here is each day we have a big staff. Each day they train on their own time on their phone, their tablet, or computer with Cardone U. And then when they come in the morning, we all break down and role play. They do a role play. It's enforced. Got to do it. I don't care how you feel. It don't matter. It don't matter. We know you're going to quit in 3 days. Okay? We know you're leaving, dude. All right? We know you're going to be sick this weekend. You're going to call in. Something's going to happen to you. We're going to role play today. I'm not worried about 3 or 4 days from now. Jerry could come in and think he's going to quit today. We're going to role play anyway, man. Who knows? Maybe we have a big day. He's like, I'm not going to quit yet. Now let's go, man. Let's get people great where they are. So what I would tell you, Josh, my answer, in addition to what Jared said, role play with your people every day. Don't train, role play. That is different, right? Strategy is different. Theory is different than me actually, okay, let me do it now. And practice on each other before you practice on a customer. If you're not doing that,
it's so expensive to practice on customers.
if you're not doing that, guys, you're not committed.
Yeah.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Just get you a T-shirt, not committed.
Maybe just right across the
Bitched
forehead.
out on myself.
Right across the forehead.
I bitched out on myself. What do you think I'm going to do to you? Look, this is where my life changed. 25 years old, I let everybody else down. You know why? Because I let me down, dude. I let me down. I realized I got to commit to me. I have to learn how to do something. The science community was not hiring me. NASA wasn't hiring me, okay? The future of mankind was not interested. Nobody was hiring me, but I had a job, and it was a sales job. And so like, dude, once you get great at that, you're an Uber driver, and you don't make any money. You don't make any money. You're a masseuse, and nobody ever calls you back.
Robert Kraft might call you back.
Not this week. Okay? All right, so Josh, come on, man. Get your game on, dog.
All right, I'll get on top of it. Appreciate
You, man. Appreciate you.
Got one more caller. You got Dakota in North Carolina.
Dakota in North Carolina. Or is it Carolina?
How
in
you
North
doing, Grant?
Dakota?
How you doing, Jared?
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
Happy birthday, man.
Not a whole lot. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick little note: Durham, North Carolina. 10 years ago, you wouldn't be seen past 7 o'clock at night. Now, 10 years later, you got businesses everywhere. There's a bar in every corner. You got Amazon talking about trying to put a hub here. It's crazy how much this state or this city has grown business-wise.
Love it.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you getting ready to pitch me something?
Well, I got a quick question. Oh, fuck, I wish. Hey, quick question. I see my fiance used to work a lot of retail, right?
Yeah.
And she would always be in these big conference calls, and they would always say, you got to be out on the floor. You got to be pushing people. If they want to buy something, talk to them 5 minutes later. Talk to them 5 minutes later, push them. And I think that was like the exact opposite thing you should be trying to do to customers walking into your door. Do you think a lot of these retail spots are failing now because of this mindset that higher-ups are trying to push on their sales?
No, I think retail is dying because it takes too long to do anything in a retail environment. You know, I think retail is dying because people aren't aggressive enough, not because they're too aggressive. I never meet anybody too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost never, ever meet anybody that's too aggressive. When I meet somebody that's too aggressive, I'm like, dang, I just met an animal. But most of the time, it's like, does anybody even work here?
Yeah, disappointed.
You know. So if you go to the mall, in any city in America, the most aggressive people are not even in the stores anymore. They're out at the kiosks. They're like, dude, I don't need the
Yeah.
store. I want to be out here, dude. Okay, I want to be right here in all the traffic.
Take some of this
Okay.
Dead Sea mud. Put the mud on your skin.
Yeah. How about that? Let me get rid of some of them, man. Oh man, I know you don't want it, but
Cell
you
phone
need
case, cell phone case, cell phone case, cell phone case.
Yeah. You know they're out there
Who's your
pushing
cell phone
hard,
provider?
dog. Now,
Let me get your free iPhone.
Now, what happens is the people that aren't committed start coming up with all these reasons. Typically, it's management. They come up with all these reasons why sales went down. Oh. I read this article where we're being too pushy. You ain't being too pushy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you get the right reason, your stats will change immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jared, now we test this out all the time. Every time somebody tells me I'm pushing too hard, what we do is we're like, oh, that would mean accelerate. Push. Okay, you promote too much. Promote more. Okay, so I'm just telling you, man, retail is dying because the retailer is no longer committed to becoming great at retail.
And providing value more than just a product.
Because Amazon pushes hard.
Yeah.
Look what Amazon did yesterday. Amazon was found to be cutting they're actually blocking ads from products that they don't sell. They're like, no, we're not giving that real estate away.
Yeah.
We're
If they're
making
not
so much
profitable,
money on ad
yeah.
dollars. They're like, we're giving the money to, we're going to let Cardone advertise on Amazon because he moves books, he moves webinars, he moves programs. He's willing to ask for a price. You're getting blocked by Amazon because Amazon, by the way, is the fulfiller.
Yeah.
I'm the fulfiller, actually. They deliver. And now they're being paid on the ad, the product. They're going to kill it because they're making financial decisions. Go where the money goes. Facebook's blocking ads now, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to let you just show stuff to your community just because you got them here. So, dude, guys, you guys follow the money, man. Get aggressive, push, become a professional. It won't feel like a push to the customer.
And we can teach you how to do all that. Like, that's our business. For the
But
last
we
30
can't
years.
teach you how to do anything if you're not committed.
And you can't learn it all in a day, in a week, in a month. You just have to make a commitment to get started. So Cardone U is 10 minutes a day. CardoneU.com. It's a $10,000 program. You can buy it now for $99 a month. It's affordable enough that anybody can afford it. So if you're sick and tired of where you're at, if you're ready to make a change, if you know you're capable of more, but you just keep getting let down, dude, I guarantee you the same thing happened to me. I just didn't have the right information. I didn't have the right skills. I didn't have the right tools.
That's what
Cardone
you
U
get
will do
right
that
there.
for you.
That's what you get right there, okay? And our goal is to have millions of people on this platform.
Yeah.
You could go back to college. Average college in America costs you about 30 grand a year. A good one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could go to one of those city colleges for what, 6 grand?
Something like that, vocational?
Okay, but look, what did it cost you? If college was free, I spent 5 years getting a degree. It cost me at least $400,000 going to that college if the college was free, because I could have been making $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, my first sales job, I made $80,000 in. The first sales job that I committed to, I made 80 grand the first year. I was like, dang, dog. Everybody around me was making 40. I spent 3,000. They're making 40. Jose was making 40 grand a year. He'd been there 12 years. I made double what he made in my first year. I spent 3,000 on myself. He spent nothing. I should have been doing that when I was 18 years old. People ask me every day, would you go back to college? Not a chance in hell. If I did, it would be Harvard, Yale, MIT. I would have got my mom to probably get me into the college so I could meet the Obamas. She would have got busted in that little scam.
Yeah.
Her name would be on the list. She'd be going to prison for tax fraud. You know, because those parents want their kids associating with the other kids. It's not the education they want.
Yeah.
It's the connections to
yeah.
people. So, but that takes time, right? So most of us can't do that. You can't
And
go
bribes.
to Harvard or Yale. All right, huh?
And bribes. Takes
bribes,
time and
okay?
bribes.
All right, CardoneU.com, CardoneU.com. Hey, we got 7 days till our boot camp. Do you want to grab the boot camp? Do you want to come spend 3 days with me? You want to get mentored by me? You want to get, maybe you want to come
Go
work
in
with
deep.
us.
Go in
Maybe you
deep.
want to become a licensee with us and make money using my name. You want to pitch your product to me like my friend Kevin did. Dude, the best way to pitch your product is to come to the events that we do. You want to give me a birthday present? Come to our boot camp. GrantCardoneBootCamp.com. We got about 30 spots left. Okay, this
34.
is 34 spots left. This is a small group of people compared to our $34,000
34,000 person
event.
event,
3 days with me. Spend 3 days. Okay, we got a special on it right now. 1 mile from where I live, and we'll spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mapping out how do you take your business, your
Or
department,
product.
your department,
Yeah.
your startup, whatever it is. We're going to be talking about startups. We're going to be talking about the growth phase. We're going to be talking about exits. How do you exit? How do you build a multi-$100 million business? If that's appealing to you, if you'd like to come spend time with us, go to GrantCardoneBootCamp.com or call Natalie here in our office. We're
Thank
happy
you
to
so
help
much for tuning in to the show this week. It's always great to have you here. This is the sales show, so every week you can count on us coming here and bringing you fire. We're bringing you tips, strategies, tools that you can use to grow your business, grow your sales, grow your income, 10x your life. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube yet, subscribe. If you haven't shared this right now, share it. Drop a comment because we love when
Everybody
you show us
that
love.
comments, by the way, everybody that comments today for today's show, everybody that comments below, as long as you're subscribed, I'm going to send a free gift too, okay? So put your email address in comments, say something nice, and then we're going to send you a free gift.
It's his birthday.
Hey, remember, the only people that condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves.
Hey, if you like this video, make sure you go watch this video right now. I'll see you there.